Hey there everyone, Paller here, and welcome back. It's time for another Star Citizen video, and today you'll notice already something's quite different. We're looking at the website. So we're coming down to the end of the anniversary sale. The free flight's coming to a close, and I've seen, the question being asked around, okay, I liked what I saw. I'm enjoying this. What's it cost me? I'm sure you've heard the horror stories, people spending tens of thousands of dollars on the game. And it's like, well, what do I need to spend in order to continue enjoying the game? And that's going to be what I cover here today. We're going to go over primarily what I would recommend in terms of purchasing packages, starting at the low end of $45 up to about $135, maybe $145. What I'm recommending for most people is $85. But we'll cover that. We're not going to go much above, or we're not going to go anywhere beyond that. Obviously, like I just said, you can spend way beyond that, but you don't need to. And what it's really going to come down to is, are you interested in the single player? That's going to be the determining factor between $65 and $85 that I'm recommending to get into the game. We'll also cover a few other little things, mainly the cross-chassis upgrade system and a good way to see the current value of ships and which ships are currently available. That's going to be what we cover. So to get into this, we're going to start off here on the main website. Obviously, we're going to click on the Pledge Store. And then for brand new people with nothing on their account at all, the first thing you need to do is you need to buy a game package. So this is going to be the ship, some type of hangar, a little bit of beginning currency, and access to the digital access to the game. So obviously we're going to click game packages here. For the most part, ignore this first part. We'll cover this here in a moment, but we're going to be buying either the Mustang Alpha starter pack for $45 or the one for $65. The difference here is the $65 one includes this $45 one I just told you to ignore. So this is Squadron 42, and this is where I said it depends on if you're interested in single player or not. I'm going to assume for the moment that maybe you're not following Star Citizen super close, and that's why you're just now buying into it. But what this basically is we use Star Citizen as a general umbrella for everything that's being done within RSI, Robert Space Industries, or Cloud Imperium Games, actually I should say, CIG. And that is true. But there are kind of two separate games. Think of it sort of as Warcraft 3 or Warcraft 1, 2, and 3 compared to Warcraft. So Squadron 42 is going to be the standalone single-player game that leads up. It's a prequel that leads into what we then take over in the actual Star Citizen video game of the multiplayer universe. So depending on if you're interested in this single player or not, it's going to determine how much you buy in. So you could buy the $45 traditional alpha starter pack here, and then later on you could buy the $45 standalone pack if you do decide you're interested in Squadron 42. But as you can see, that would then cost you $20 more than it would if you went ahead and just bought this right here. So that's going to be why you got to decide firsthand. Well, you don't need to decide, but it's good. You can save yourself some money picking that up or that the other way around. So that's like the first real thing you got to get. Once you've decided on that, like I said, pick up either the Mustang Alpha or the $65 combo pack. We're focusing on these two mainly because these are your best cross-chassis upgrades. There is a little bit of an argument to be made that if you're only spending that initial $45 or $65, you're never going to cross-chassis upgrade or put any more money in. There is a little bit of a decision to be made around the Aurora. So the Mustang right now is, I think, almost inarguably the better ship. But the Aurora does bring a few key aspects that the Mustang just doesn't. Primarily, it brings a bed. So at some point, you'll be able to reliably log out, log back in your ship. So you'll be flying along, and it's time to go to bed or whatever. You got to go to work or whatever. You get out of the cockpit, you go to the back of the ship, you climb in the bed, you log off. Your ship will sit there for like 10 minutes or something, at which point it'll be despawned. When you come back after work or the next day, you log back in, boop, your ship's back in the same spot, you're in your bunk, you get out, and you continue on your way. You cannot do this with the Mustangs. They are not viable for that. The Aurora also has a fair bit more customization than the Mustang. The base one that you're looking at right here, the MR, doesn't actually have any cargo capacity, but there is a container that you can put in underneath of it to give it the same cargo capacity as the Mustang. There's also the ability, since you have that bed in the back of your ship, there's a little bit of like an entry area So any go out and collect this item and bring it back to me, that is like one, maybe two packages that you can pick up. You can drop them in that entry little mini area within your cockpit for transportation. You cannot do that with the Mustangs. So there is a little bit of viability within the Aurora, but for the most part, you're pretty much going to want to stick with the Mustang. And that primarily has to do with the fact that the Mustang is worth $30, whereas the Aurora is worth 25. And that comes into play when you decide to do a cross chassis upgrade. So for the cross chassis upgrade, what you're going to do is you're going to click here, the ship upgrades. What this does, come on, click over there. As soon as it loads, I should have done it on a different tab. But click over here, and what you can do is basically it takes one of your packages, one of your existing game packages. Actually, let's go back. Let's go ahead and let's do more info in here on this. So you'll see here, this is what you get. You get the Self-Land Hangar. You get 1000 Alpha UEC. You get 3-month insurance. You get the Star Citizen digital download, Squadron 42 digital download, and the manual. And this is in addition to the Mustang, okay? If we come back in here, now I'm going to open it again on this other browser, Pledge Store, Ship Upgrades. So what the Ship Upgrade system allows you to do is change out the chassis, the ship within your game package without losing everything else. Unlike, you could go ahead and you could sell that back to the store for your $65 credit. It would give you $65 store credit that you could then put towards an additional ship. But doing so, you lose access to the copy to the digital game. Well, then you got to buy a copy of the digital game again, so you got to buy another starter package, which becomes a pain in the butt. So if you're only buying in at a low end or whatever, basically what you want to do is you want to be able to get maybe a better ship than this Mustang Alpha starting off, without losing access to the digital versions of the game. That's where the cross chassis upgrade or just the ship upgrades come in. So now back on this website, this page here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to open this up. I'm going to turn this off just so we can see. But essentially what you'll have is whatever's applied to your account. If you're logged in, you'll be scrolling through here, and what you'll see is the Mustang Alpha for $30. This is the MSRP of that ship. So you'd click that over here. Then on the right-hand side, you have any ships of equal or greater value you can cross chassis upgrade to that are currently available. Sometimes there's more ships available than not. Right now, there's a whole heck of a lot of ships available because the sale is going on. Other times of year, there's a lot less of these available here, but we can just scroll through here and see a whole lot of stuff. What I am recommending for most people, where I said that $85 or $65 price tag, is the Avenger Titan. Right here for $50. And what you'll see is this is going to go ahead and it's going to generate what is basically a certificate that gets applied to your hangar for the cost difference between the MSRP of your current ship and the MSRP of your new ship. So for 20 bucks, we go from the Mustang Alpha over to the Avenger Titan. And the Avenger is just an all-around better ship than either the Aurora or the Mustang Alpha. In fact, it's almost a hybrid of the two ships put together with greater cargo hold. So you gain a bed, you gain combat efficiency. So your combat efficiency is on par with the Mustang, if not ahead of the Mustang. But you also have the utility of the Aurora. And in my opinion, this is where I would recommend most people start. So either $45 or $65, depending on if you're interested in single player. And then $20 on top of that to get over to the Mustang, or to get over to the Avenger Titan, making the $45 single player one $65, or the $65 one with single player. I think I said that backwards. Making the $45 multiplayer only one $65, or the $65 with the Squadron 42 package, $85 in total. And that's what you get. And now, as a quick demonstration over here, I do have my hangar opened up, and now this is my original package that I bought back in May of 2013. So originally I got all this stuff down here through it. You can see I got lifetime insurance and stuff. A lot of this was early backer type things. But this was actually a $65 package that I got that had a 300i. So rather than the Avenger Warden here, inside my inventory would have the 300i. Well, over the course of the last 7 years, well, no, 6 years, 5 years, I've re-upgraded this ship a few times. So I took it initially from the 300i. I did a, what was it, $65? So I forget what the value of the 300i was. But anyway, I took it up to a Cutlass Black, which was worth $100. The Cutlass Black got re-rolled into one of the rare freelancers. I can't remember. And eventually I brought it up here to the Vanguard Warden. So my starting package now has a $250 ship in it, although the package itself was originally the $65 package. But the key thing is I managed to keep all of this stuff. I didn't have to re-buy another starter pack or whatever to do that. So that's kind of what your inventory would look like. You would have this type of thing. It would be your $35 pack, whatever, and you'd end up with this coupon, this coupon here in your inventory that you then apply, and it rolls this over. One of the things you can do is you can buy the coupon and then sit on. You can see right here, although I don't actually own this ship, I could buy this coupon. So say you're looking at a ship that isn't actually in game yet. Let's say, we'll scroll through here and find something. You're interested in the Hawk, right? Over here you have, not my ships, but over here you have something like, I don't know. Doesn't really matter, but you have we want something that's actually in game. You have an 85X here. So this is what you have on your inventory. You have the 85X. The Hawk isn't in game yet. What you can do is you can buy the certificate and you can sit on it. It will be in your hangar until the Hawk is added into game, at which point you then can apply it. It will remove the 85X from your inventory, add the Hawk to your inventory. You now have the new ship to fly around. There is loaner ships, so in case you do buy a ship that isn't in game, say you just went out today and bought the Hawk, what they'll do is they will give a loaner ship of similar-ish role to you. For example, if you had like the very large mining Orion ship, well, you're going to get a prospector as a loaner. It varies depending on what it is. If you Google loaner ships or what is Star Citizen loaner ships, you'll find a list of all the known loaner ships available right now. But basically, you can sit on these. The last thing I wanted to show was we're going to go back into the pledge store, and then under extras, we are going to click standalone ships. This is one of the pages I like to browse a lot as it's very concise and easy to view. You can view it in price order to get an idea of what ships cost. You can scroll through obviously here on the upgrade list, and these are listed in MSRP order, but it's kind of a long, cumbersome list to scroll through. Whereas over here, we can just see clearly, okay, here's the Auroras for $20. The next step up, the Aurora $25. We have some Mustang Alphas, and we can scroll through here and just see kind of the price points. This also shows exactly what ships are currently on sale because they do like to take certain ships in and out of sale at a time. Again, right now the list is quite long because they have a whole lot of ships on sale for the anniversary event. I'm not actually saying to buy anything here, just it gives you a good base area to look for. I think that it mostly covers it. Oh, the last thing. So like I said, the $85 price point is the one I'm recommending. If you're someone looking for something a little bit more, like let's say I was going to go back and reset my account. I sold my account to someone and I'm starting over completely new. I don't want to put as much money into the game. What would I personally do? Personally, I would go Cutlass. I've talked a lot about this ship, and there's probably going to be a new ship tour eventually with it. But in my opinion, the Cutlass, where is it? It's $100. The Cutlass at $100 or at a $70 upgrade over the Mustang is well worth the value. You end up with a 3-person ship that you can do a lot with, though that is now you're talking $135 up from, the $85. So it is a significantly more expensive step up. But this is personally where I would sit. If you're very interested in trading, you may want to do the extra $10 for a Freelancer. A Freelancer is just a much better cargo hauler runner than the Cutlass. So there is a little bit right there for that, but we're getting pretty expensive there. That's $145 now rather than $85. But like I said, that's just well beyond what a lot of people are looking to do. Hopefully all that makes sense before I drone on too much. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments down below. I will try and explain it as best I can. Until next time though, this has been Paller. Thanks for watching.